Hello, everyone.
Hubcast. Welcome to the
Hubcast.
Hubcast.
I'll lead, guys. You follow. Hubcast.
That's hard to do with a bunch of dudes.
Goodness, you're supposed to go higher every time, Steph.
It's really hard to go high.
Hey, I can go the highest.
Anyway,
Okay,
If you want me to go
yeah,
last.
go the highest right now.
so we're not. Ew,
See,
no!
I
Don't stop! All of you stop.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
that was great.
Sorry,
Good night.
that's right in the
I
mic.
apologize to
I'm
anyone
so
with
sorry.
headphones right now.
That was
Okay, moving
fantastic.
on.
I liked it.
Gorgeous.
So
November 9th. It's November 9th.
I don't know. Okay, it's November 9th. I wasn't really going to say anything about the date, but
2016.
I'd like to start off by saying a special thanks to Original Grain for sponsoring this episode of the Hubcast. We will chat about their stuff a little bit later, but as you can see, we all have some watches
Yeah, let's
on.
put ours in our camera.
Oh,
But we'll talk
watches.
about
We all have
these
watches.
awesome timepieces
Yeah.
later. But anyway, welcome everyone to the Hubcast for this fine day in November. It's kind of hard to believe it's this late in the year already. But
And it hasn't snowed yet. We're
It hasn't snowed
actually
yet. It
we're
was
up
80
for
degrees
record.
today.
We're up for breaking the record
Are we?
for snowfall, latest
Really?
snowfall in the year.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought it was weird when
From
like
1913 or something like that.
trick or treating was happening and no one like remember when you have to bundle up or change your costume completely because it was
I used
covered in
to
snow.
go as Jedis because it was always warm.
yeah, and
Climate
now-
change is a bitch, though.
Yeah, short sleeves this year and it was
Or,
fine.
you know, I mean, it's nice in short term. It's shitty in the long term.
why didn't we just listen to Al Gore?
Oh God, don't.
Why are
Well,
you
you're
laughing,
about,
Al?
Jordan, you're about 16 years too late for that.
No,
My
you
goodness.
didn't actually start as. Never mind. It's not important. It was really hot today. It was like 80 degrees, and I
was beautiful
commented to Spencer as we were driving that my Mustang was in top form because when it's hot outside, my wheels grip the pavement a lot better.
He then
So I can be
floored
a
it
little
down the
bit-
road over the speed limit about 8 more times before he got back
So
to the office.
I was
Nice.
going about 80 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, but I didn't slide around once, so that was kind of nice. It's a rare treat when that happens for me.
Rare
so
treat.
Is that
was-
because you put it in the shop for 4 months?
No, 3 months.
It helps
3
it grip
months.
the pavement tighter, though. The longer it's in the
Improves
shop.
The tire stickiness.
The longer a part is being waited for that's been ordered,
What did
the
they-
better it
That
drives.
you didn't even need.
Yeah, what did
Oops,
they-
sorry, you didn't need that part.
What
that
did
you
they
waited
even
3
do to
months
your
for,
car in
but
the
we
shop?
fixed it.
So
Come
Steph-
get it.
I
Steph
feel like
made
they
a pretty
took a
good-
piece of duct tape and just put it on your car and was like, yep, it's all good. Go take it back on the road.
So Steph made a good point last night during the election coverage, and it was, whenever you get a couple of really fired up Republicans and Democrats in the same room, she's like, oh, so that's why people don't like us talking over each other on the Hubcast.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Because then you realize that it's just absolute chaos. So
No, fuck you.
That's why we've done
It's like the
It was very.
what is it, the debate stuff where it's just like, okay, thank you,
Please
thank
stop
you, Senator,
talking.
thank
The minute's up.
thank
And
you,
he's like,
Secretary.
I
thank you,
gotta
Sec-
keep talking here.
I'm
It's the most annoying thing, and everyone does it too.
Yeah. I get
It's
if
not
you
just
have
one
a-
person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They see it as their
if you
one
have a
shot.
Thought, and
Yeah.
you just say it because you're finishing it. But yeah, it's, boy.
Yeah, they
That's
can
all
get
I have to
frustrating.
say. I'm sorry.
Well, and then when someone's like being like it's okay. Like I get talking over each other a little bit because shit happens. But when someone's like, "Can you please stop talking?" Like your time's up, and they still talk. That's just fucking rude.
Yes.
Ah!
But to go along with me bringing that point up, the election happened yesterday, and we now have a new president, Mr. President.
My beard. That's why
Don't-
he's not here.
Well,
Yeah.
President-elect Trump. He's not technically president for another few months. If I don't know,
Couple
when
of
the
January.
inauguration, something like that.
January.
So there's a little bit of time there. An upset.
Were you guys following it all the way through? Did you go to sleep?
Yes.
No, I was up. I watched his acceptance speech.
I gave up
and
when
then,
he got close.
Jordan fell asleep
I
at
was
like
hoping I'd
10.
wake up to a different result.
So you went to sleep?
Yeah.
Did you go to sleep when the Democratic Party leader came out and said, "Go to bed. We've won.
I wasn't watching it 'cause I don't have cable TV at home, so I was just.
okay.
Oh, wait, they were streaming it on YouTube. They were
Oh, they
streaming
were?
streaming NBC on YouTube. That's what I was watching.
Yeah.
I
they
was
had
just
plenty-
watching. They have a Google
plenty of
Maps.
coverage.
They were updating all the states, so I was watching that.
Oh, that was
So,
far. That would have been far less
Trump-
exciting
I
than
know.
watching
I
this.
believe Republicans took the House again.
Yep.
Like
Yes,
they
yes,
usually
yes,
do.
it's-
I think
it's
they-
all
Democrat-
Republican.
Didn't they-
Democrat
Yeah.
had it last time, and
Yep.
that was kind of
I think
like
Republicans
crazy.
took everything,
Well,
didn't
no,
they?
before it was
Yeah.
there. I think there was a balance of Republicans
No,
and
no,
Democrats.
it was
Or-
always Republican for the longest time, and then Democrats
2008?
got it last time,
Was it
and it
2008?
was kind of a shocker that they won the House.
Republicans have House, Senate, and presidency.
Goodness,
Yes.
they're going to be getting some stuff done or undone.
there's
Republicans.
gonna be a
So
lot
we'll
of
see what happens
undunnage.
over the next few years.
All you can
And
do is hope for the
in
best.
addition to that, legalization of marijuana in a few new states.
Nevada, California, and
Florida
Massachusetts.
gets medical.
Which is huge. It's huge.
Florida just got medical, but recreational use was
Nevada,
no-
Massachusetts, and California.
I was going to say that, Spencer.
You were stumbling.
No, I wasn't stumbling at all. I was stumbling because you
Wait a
were
second.
interrupting
I
me.
also know it. Nevada, Massachusetts. I think Maine is actually still. They're still going over that ballot.
Oh, they're
their
still
ballots.
okay. How many states was it
California.
up for in? Like, was that the only ones
There's
that it
quite
went
a
in
few.
all
I think
of them?
I think a
I
few of
think
them.
it's-
But I was reading an article today about federally it's still a no-go federally, and Obama's stance on it was non-interaction. Like they're just they're not enforcing anything and so forth. Therefore, Colorado and Washington, can do their own things. And,
It's against federal law.
yes, but with the people that it's looking like Donald may put in power of that, might start actually going after states for actually trying to
Really?
Because while he might
Oh,
not
that's
care, the people
interesting.
he employs.
Yeah, the people like
does.
Giuliani. I think it was the Justice Department. Giuliani or Chris Christie are up for kind of that role, and
interesting.
both of them have a stance against marijuana use.
Interesting.
So it might
Well-
it might crumble on a federal level, and we might get fucked. Who knows?
Well, that
I've
would
seen
suck.
nothing but beneficial, not even from the weed itself, but from like taxes from it. And
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
tourism
Yeah.
and taxes are what's really showed the biggest benefit for Colorado.
and decriminalization of it to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all the crimes disappeared. So crime rates dropped. Not that there's a whole lot of crime related to marijuana around here, but you have your random violent crimes anyway. So, it was
people
definitely a big
don't
benefit.
seek out other drugs quite as often. I mean, there's always going to be communities for that, but I've noticed that there's kind of a drop off in communities I'm a part of in terms of hardcore drugs.
What happens in Vegas, you're not going to remember what happened in Vegas.
Unless you took pictures
Not
or
from
video.
alcohol use.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And it plays at the end
Then
of the
it
credits.
might come back, and you're like, oh, I kind of remember that, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
And then they found Doug.
On the roof.
Now
With
Las
sunburn.
Vegas is going to be the #1 destination.
Oh, yeah,
then we
Vegas
don't have
is
to worry about
crazy now.
leaving Colorado and being like, oh man.
Well, we're set for PAX East and PAX West.
Yep, PAX East and PAX
And
PAX
E3,
West.
And
and
E3.
any LA-based anything.
And if we take a trip to Vegas. So I think we're pretty set now.
I'm
pretty
curious.
set.
What's up?
I said pretty set.
Yeah,
That
we're
is-
really
yeah.
set.
I'm curious to see traveling to other weed legal states because I'm familiar with the process of going to dispensaries here and how that process is.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they'll set it up with their local
I
their
didn't
I
think
local.
have a
about that.
feeling people from Colorado and Seattle and places like that will go to those states too. Because I mean, you make so much money off it. Like it'd be a great idea to go to LA and like have that huge booming industry come towards you. So I'm sure that it's gonna be probably similar to some degree.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see because Washington has different laws than Colorado on how they distribute because mostly in the edible category they're unable to provide anything but chocolates. Last time we were there
In Washington?
yeah,
Oh.
their edibles are like chocolates only
So you
because
can
like
get
here
gummies.
like gummies,
You have
lollipops,
everything. Energy
cookies,
drinks.
like that. The little chews and stuff like they have everything
Yeah.
here. There really isn't a
Hard candy,
restriction.
soft candy. I'm waiting for a Werther's branded edible.
Goodness.
It's pretty good.
Well, yeah. So
I think it all gets summed up to this. What's on my cup? Share the common dream.
that should have
Yes.
been
Yeah.
the presidential statement right there.
I guess
Share
it's a
the common
Broncos
dream.
thing from Arby's.
That
Oh
too.
my gosh.
A message from the Broncos and Arby's.
Oh my god.
Do you guys follow Nihilist Arby's on Twitter?
I see
No.
various retweets that I am probably sure you're the one retweeting.
I haven't seen
Sounds great though.
It's really good. You should check it
it.
out.
Nihilist Arby's.
Okay, I'll have to
I saw
remember
one
that.
yesterday. Did you retweet that? What did it say?
No, I actually don't follow them.
Oh.
But I've been meaning to.
Well, someone on my
Even
timeline
Alex has
Yeah.
also
retweeted
seen these
them.
retweets, Jordan.
These retweets have been the buzz of the town.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
Does this Stereo Hogs guy just keep creating different Twitters and following
No,
us?
I think he unfollows and refollows.
Oh,
He's been doing
okay.
it to me too.
Who's Stereo Hogs?
It's
He's
some
just one of
random
the verified people
users
on- that you get
follow
notifications.
As many other verified
Whenever I get a
users as
notification, I
possible.
click on it, and I'm like, I wonder if they have more. I wonder if they follow more people than follows them, and typically that's the case.
90% of the time, it is.
But they always
that.
have like 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Do they just have a bot going through and following random people?
I guess so. I don't know.
Either that or they just sit there all day.
Follow, follow.
Follow.
Yeah, that's cray.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Nihilist Arby's.
I don't even know where we're at on the,
Can we do Salty
on the
Spencer?
list. I guess so, Spencer. I
Yeah.
don't know what. in the world.
Welcome back to Salty Spencer. This is the third iteration. I'm going to remain as neutral as possible during this, but still get my point across. So
Is this politics related?
it's not going to be too over the top.
He just said he's
Oh,
gonna
great.
remain neutral.
I don't want to shit on someone's parade. Some people
Yeah.
have valid
Oh,
views.
oh no.
The main thing I want here is I'm going to shit on both parties as opposed to just one.
You mean
Okay.
the gangs and
The gangs of Washington,
gangs
D.C.
in
There are
Washington.
Well, hold on. Rotate your head ever so slightly this way. No. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
the
Right,
gangs
right
of Washington.
He's over the
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Right there.
This is dedicated to Jesse real quick, but I guess I'm more just disappointed at the two people we got to elect because a lot of people I interacted with on the Democratic side didn't want to vote for Hillary. I didn't want to vote for Hillary. A lot of people didn't want to. A lot of people did though. I mean, she wasn't devil incarnate, but I'm also very disappointed at the Republican nominee, obviously. But I think it's kind of sad we got to a point where everyone was convincing themselves to vote for someone to keep the other one out of office. And it's kind of just a depressing state of our political standings. And I want to vote for people I want to vote for. And granted, that's not always going to be the case, but I don't like strictly voting for one side. If there was a good candidate on the other side, I would vote for that. But on this election, I wouldn't want to vote for either. And that was shitty, and I don't like the outcome. But it happened. It is what it is. And hopefully our country doesn't get fucked too much. And that's Salty Spencer for this time.
That got real
That
salty.
was pretty
real
tame.
It was more depressing
That's pretty
Spencer this
tame.
time.
Depressy Spency.
You know,
That was
now
depressy,
it's
Spency.
our job as American citizens now to support our new president. You know,
Yeah,
may
if the
not be
outcomes
completely
happen,
happy
it
with
is what it
who
is.
it is. A lot of
But,
people-
Yeah.
but,
Spencer,
you
gave me
can
a funny
say,
look when you said that.
I didn't vote for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
if anything goes bad. But
Yeah.
as Americans, there is a lot of stuff surrounding Trump as a anti.
I don't know
a
if we
lot
should
of stuff.
I don't know if we necessarily need to support him as much as support
No, no,
beneficial
no.
things towards the country.
So yes, it's more so you're supporting the president for hopefully him supporting America, and
Yeah.
we have to go out of our way to make sure that some of the negative ideals that were presented by him during his campaigning
Don't come to fruition.
Don't come to fruition.
Yes.
That's our
Agreed.
responsibility, and we can do that because everyone that bands together is able to prevent any of that hate and any kind of negativity from happening.
And
Yeah.
a knee-jerk reaction, which I had as well this morning, is to give up. Don't give up. If you want to create real change, go out there and create it. It can be done.
Exactly.
It's been done before. It'll be done again. And don't go back on progress that's already been made.
Yeah.
If you like that progress.
Exactly. I was preaching it forever last night, and I'll just say it again. Like, regardless of who you voted for, like, it's happened. We need to give him a chance because people voted for him. Like,
Yeah.
bottom line,
It was half and half in America, so
Yeah.
no matter what happened this morning, half of America wasn't going to be happy.
right? And the thing is, though, is like we make up America, not Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We can band together. We can respect each other. We can still spread love and peace and.
And if you're going to
Stick
be
to
18
our-
and over in the next election, make sure to vote. It's very important.
Yeah.
I didn't vote in my first election. Granted, it didn't end up mattering at that time, but your vote always matters. It matters
Yes.
more than just to yourself. It matters to the entire country if you think that's what's right.
Yeah.
46% of the country voted.
Yep. Wasn't that the highest it's ever been?
I guess it seems really low.
It
How
seems
many
really low
people
every
make
time.
up the
Sad.
United
There's
States of
always been
America?
I think there's
It's like
always
330
been
million?
a large chunk of people who don't vote.
Yeah.
Like 100 million voted.
But we have a voice.
So that's like
you
a
should use
third.
it. So.
It must have been more than that then. I I don't know. My math is.
I mean, the
perfect.
numbers, depending, they didn't, put up all the independent thing. I thought it was kind of interesting. There's a guy running in Utah that almost beat Hillary.
Oh, in Utah?
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
he was like some
I saw that.
Mormon guy that just got a bunch of local votes.
The Libertarian guy actually won a county. There was like one county in America
I
saw
that he
that, yeah.
won.
Harambe
Got 11,000 fucking
I
That
heard
votes.
is
15,000.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
I
hearing
think it's
different numbers
upwards.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It was definitely over
Need a recount.
10,000.
I said 11 earlier, and then somebody said 15.
Someone
Yeah, no, it
dedicated
was
time though. They
15,000.
dedicated time to either
No.
writing a vote or filming.
Like,
oh my god.
what are you doing?
Oh, they wrote
Those
him
are the
in. They
trolley
wrote him in.
people.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's just ridiculous. You
I
shouldn't
never
be doing
thought
that.
I'd see the day when we elected a white man as president again.
Oh my God.
Never thought it.
Well,
I thought we were
See,
going to streak for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was because I was hanging out with Joe and we were switching between
that
the
makes
election
sense.
stuff and the Dark Knight. And every hour in the Dark Knight we'd switch back to see what was happening progress wise. And I came to the realization, I was like, you know what, if Hillary wins tonight, and I voted for Hillary, if Hillary wins tonight, I'll have been a part of two, because I also voted for Obama in his first run.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
that was my first time voting ever. I was 18,
That's incredible.
and it was like I would be on the front line of voting for like just progression in general,
Yeah.
like in historical sense. It's kind of crazy that there have been two
It's cool that progression's
Major-
happening.
Yeah.
major.
And it's not
landmarks.
necessarily like, granted, you shouldn't just vote for
Yes,
someone
no,
who
no,
is there,
exactly.
But it's good to
Yeah.
vote for people. It's that progression
It's
is
still-
still
it's-
necessary. It's good
it's
that
a cool
everyone's on
idea.
an equal ground at this point. It's
Yes.
cool that it doesn't matter whoever you are that can run.
The fact that in my lifetime that's happened.
Like, our grandkids will be asking us about this in the history books, like, way in the future.
well,
like,
it
it's,
really
I think we said that
depends on
last
how the
election.
next
Were you
four-
alive
it
when
depends on
President
how the
Beyonce
next
was
4
elected?
years go.
well,
Yeah.
either way, it's
Hopefully nothing
still, he
happens
was still
that
elected.
warrants
Like,
them to ask.
Yeah.
well, you
No,
know what I
that's
mean?
the thing
They'll
is
be
nothing
going-
could happen. Granted, there's a lot of, including myself, people freaking out right now. But
Mm-hmm.
there could, honestly, it could just be a very bland 4 years
Yeah.
to 8 years, whatever it may be. It's just the possibility that's
Yeah.
racking a lot of people's
I mean,
nerves.
he made history. Like, that's
Yeah.
still, it's
We'll see what
crazy.
happens. And
Only
that's
in
enough
America.
politics for
Oh, yeah.
now.
Hey,
Only
I
in
just want to
America.
say one thing about this. I was watching The Running Man as the election, like right after the election was over, and the
Yeah.
opening crawl says it is the year 2017.
Oh no!
The economy has collapsed.
That's incredible.
Running Man.
You had a pretty good lineup. What were all the movies you watched last night?
I watched The Purge, Election Year, and The Running Man, and the Jetsons movie.
Oh,
The
Alex.
Jetsons movie. Who was in that? Was that a cartoon?
Yeah.
That's our future.
Oh yeah, that's a cool way to look at that.
Yeah.
When does Purge election year take place? Like 2030 something, I
That's
I'm
think.
not
That's
sure. I
Simpsons.
think those
That's
Purge
Simpsons.
movies kind of suck,
He's
personally.
humming
Yeah,
Simpsons.
that's
It's
the
wrong.
Simpsons.
Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry.
continue.
Yeah. What do you guys think about next election? Because do you think this is going to potentially open the doors
Jetsons.
for
Where are
other
the Jets-
celebrities? I mean,
I
already
would
celebrities
really
have already
hope-
kind of keep talking
I
about it.
would-
But do you think more?
Ron Perlman.
He
The
said
Rock,
he's
I
going
think,
to.
would
The Rock,
seriously think about it
probably.
because I've
Kanye.
seen.
Kanye.
I would really hope we
I'm
have
sorry, I
a
didn't
new rule
mean to
put
do
in
that, but-
place where you have to have some sort of political background or military, either one.
This is America.
This is
think
going to
he
be the
wants
proving
something.
year, though, because if it shows that it actually is beneficial to have someone that doesn't have a political
the only-
stain among them,
I really hope he does.
So who knows?
I hope he does.
that's the hope. Like, I mean,
something.
that'd
Well, I
be
mean,
great
also,
if we
I
got
wouldn't want
lucky.
myself in office because I don't have a political background.
Right.
So I wouldn't want someone else who has no political or military background in there. And that's not to say like that.
He has leadership experience.
Ish.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
He
I-
does.
I
I mean, he
just-
does.
I feel
Yeah.
like political experience though is incredibly important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because
no, I agree.
when you could always get there and then you're like, wait, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, granted he has a vice president that knows what he's doing, but you can't have your VP do everything. You're supposed to be in charge.
Yeah.
So he
It's
found
in-
his way
yeah.
there. I hope he can do a good job there.
I mean, look where he got to. So
I don't want
it
him to
does open
fail.
the
I want him to
floodgates for-
succeed. I just don't want him to
Yeah.
fail.
No, I'm wishing him the best. I want him to succeed. He's there.
Like I said,
so.
let's stop with the politics for now.
Well,
let's
it's a big
get
deal.
on to a
Yeah, it's
happy
the- it's the
topic.
day
Address it.
after
It's,
the-
yeah.
Election.
This history was made last night, so.
Oh,
we had to
and
discuss it.
assisted suicide is now legal
yeah,
in
it's
Colorado.
legal in Colorado now.
Ah,
Very
interesting.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Very
specific
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wasn't
terms.
if they had.
I was reading that yesterday when I was filling out my ballot.
Yeah, I read that.
I was
too.
like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
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 They
I
have
would
to-
want the option.
Yeah, I would want the option too.
It's basically
timeline,
you have to be diagnosed terminally ill within
6 months. I
6
think, is
months
what it
of
was.
death, and
you have to be of sound mind.
sound
Yes.
mind, and then
You have to
can
have
get
2 doctors
prescribed.
approve it.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. It's
You have to
have
have
a
an evil
psychologist
widow
evaluate you.
or an evil wife
Yep.
who's looking to get rid of you.
Yep,
Yeah.
a stepmother
also
who
part of
wants
it.
all your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And sound mind only means you can hear sounds, right?
Yeah, in your mind.
Right.
It's like, oh, I just heard that
Oh,
bird.
I heard
We're
the
good.
voices.
They're like, there is no bird.
I want to die
Perfect.
now. Oh no.
And then what else got? I don't know about. I didn't check the other props if they went
Did
through.
our minimum wage get raised?
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't.
see that.
I didn't
think
look at the
so.
props. I just looked
You
at the
did?
local
I think
government.
I think I saw that it got
Okay,
approved.
Take
well, that's
that,
huge
Jordan.
Too, because
What do you mean?
that
Because you.
I don't pay minimum wage.
I know. You pay
There's
more
a
than that.
there was a universal health care bill for Colorado
Did
that
that
was
get
up.
passed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that too. and
I could see that
shoot,
not
we
being
should've looked
passed.
that up.
But there was also the voting things, which were super important.
Yeah.
There was 2 that you could be unaffiliated and vote
Thank
and
you.
stuff like that.
Okay, BlizzCon. Let's
Meet
talk
the BlizzCon.
Yeah, he can do that while I'm looking this stuff.
Okay.
So BlizzCon 2016 happened last weekend, and it was great. They came
The
out
first
rocking.
BlizzCon that was held after Overwatch came out, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the beta was out last year.
Oh yeah, but not popular yet.
Well, they did release new. They released
Bam.
sold. So they came out rolling. I gotta say, their opening ceremony, they just announced everything. They didn't.
Oh,
they didn't
just
wait.
boom, bam,
They were
boom.
just like, "Here's the new Overwatch character in game mode. Here's the Hearthstone expansion. Here's Diablo 1 and Diablo 3." And they announced a couple other things as well, I believe. But it was really, really cool. I watched the live stream. The Hearthstone expansion looks great. New mechanics. I know not a lot of you care too much about that, but it looks really great. I guess the Diablo thing's cool. I don't know too much about Diablo. And Sombra,
Sombra.
a new map in
Sombra.
Antarctica and a new game mode in the arcade thing. And that looks really fun. I tried the 1v1 out. That was super fun. The map they have it on has no music. It's in the Antarctic, so all you hear is like wind blowing. And you're
Ooh.
like waiting for someone to fucking stab you in the back, and
That's
it's
kinda
like
cool and
making
intense.
you fucking tweak, man.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
man.
And Sombra's pretty fun. She works really well when you're not on a team of all Sombras. And
Yeah, we did some gameplay the other day. Sombra's gonna mix things up.
Yeah.
Very much.
the fact that she can get rid of shields.
You mean
is
the
gonna
spy?
She doesn't. She's nothing like
What?
the
She's
spy.
not
But
she
anyway,
can go invisible.
That's like the spy.
so Sombra, what she's annoying about
yeah.
is I was playing as Reinhardt and I got fucked. But
Oh, yeah.
it was a team. I mean, it was a team that had 3 or 4 Sombras, and they were like just kept disabling my shield. And he's so squishy, and he can only swing, and it disables all my other abilities. So I
Yeah.
can't quick get out of there.
And when
If
there's
I'm
4
blocking
Uzis
everybody
on
and they
you-
just put me down for 5 seconds, I'm like, fuck, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
I think it'll be better when it's full teams, both for Sombra and for the other people. Because the thing is, you have little mice nipping at your heels when there's 3 of them. When there's only 1 of her, she's very beneficial to her team, but she's also not as quite a nuisance. I don't think she'll be as annoying as May, because May's fucking annoying. You do?
I like May.
May's a great character,
I hate
but
May.
she's very annoying.
Yeah. Oh no, I get that.
Yeah. And I like Sombra a lot too. She was really fun. Her emote game's a little weak, in my opinion.
I think her skin game is a little weak.
What's her
Her
emote?
skin's a little
What?
loose.
What's her emote? Can you do it on the wide?
Yeah, I could. I mean, she has one where she like makes this crowd of like a screen of crowds and it goes behind her. She's like,
It's
"Oh,
hack relating things
and
generally.
then she gets rid of it. There's one where she like looks at something and then pokes it. And
It-
then-
she makes a little screen appear and then she goes beep,
yeah,
like in the thing, in the trailer.
and that's her best one though, and it's still a little lame. But I think she's a great addition to it. I fully embrace our Sombra overlords, and thank you for subscribing, big fella, something something.
Big fat
Thanks,
bear in
big
my
fella.
room.
Oh, big fella.
But I thought BlizzCon was good. They did really good this year. I don't know if they had I know the Hearthstone Championships happened, and the guy I voted for won, so I got 4 free packs.
Donald Trump?
Nice. So,
I voted for Pavel, Dr. Pavel.
concerning the ballots, and nobody's going to
Oh,
care
yeah.
about this,
I
but
do.
I'm going to say it
I
out
do
loud
care.
real
Yeah, I
fast.
wanted to hear.
Amendment
Thank you.
69, Universal Colorado Care. 20%
thought
yes,
so.
80% no.
I thought that was going to
Raise the minimum wage, 54.3% yes.
Yes.
Wow.
It's the $12, right?
By
E-
2020.
something.
Yeah, by 2020,
yeah,
it slowly goes up.
Yeah.
it's set to raise with the cost of
Right.
living.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Amendment 71 raised the bar for amendments. This is to make amendments in the Colorado Constitution harder to make
Yeah,
or harder to
that
do.
passed?
Why are you looking at me weird?
This is just an amendment to fix amendments.
It's an amendment to make
it is an
Yeah.
amendment to fix the amendment.
I thought that was kind of
Dan, did you
stupid.
make this?
So yes, it is now tougher.
why?
It requires more signatures and more process to get things
That
amended.
feels like that's like a halting
I
the
voted
system.
against it because I was like, well, no, I like people being able to, because I was reading on it and they were saying it's a lot tougher to go through the process to add things. It'll just make it way
Well, I
tougher,
mean-
and it'll be harder to move things through in the smaller
And if it's
local
not a good
government
amendment,
sense.
we can just vote against it. So like I like to see a lot of amendments so that I can
Yeah.
see possibilities for change.
The tobacco tax didn't pass.
What?
Son of a bitch!
Really?
I like
You
my
people
smokes.
want to die.
I want my
voted
smokes. I don't want to pay
raise it.
taxes to
Yeah,
help
there-
the children out.
Yeah, there was a big thing to.
It was just where the tax of tobacco was going.
No,
more
there was
so.
also
Oh,
it was a
also
raise.
something.
It was a
Yeah,
raise.
it was a raise.
significant raise.
I think it made it to like $2.
Yeah.
Tripling
didn't
the tax.
Yeah.
It was it was going to be
Yeah, very
crazy
smoking
expensive.
all around.
Gotta
And,
buy
and
some
Alex
death
brought
sticks.
Alex brought up a good point. If you don't mind me pointing out what
Gotta
your
buy some
point
death
was.
sticks.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Your point was that you're already paying crazy taxes on weed in the first place.
25%.
Yeah, we were paying like crazy tax prices for weed. Why
Yeah.
not people smoking? You're killing
Yeah.
yourself anyway. So
Gotta buy some death sticks.
medical aid in dying, ironically enough. So people want to smoke cheaper, so they can then say, "Yeah, I want to die" when they have lung cancer.
Yeah, when they have
Open presidential primary. Oh yeah, that presidential thing passed. I don't know what that was. That was kind
there
of
We
was
get to
two-
vote in the primaries.
Yeah,
Open
there's
party
two really cool
primaries.
things for voting that would make
Yes.
it easier to vote for people.
the slavery thing didn't get passed.
Oh my
There's so there was a thing to amend the Colorado amendment.
Can I explain to you why? Because I looked more into it.
Yes.
So
That's ridiculous.
It's
It
a
went
Bacala story.
from what I was told, and I don't know, but from what I was told, it makes it so that they call people working in prisons their work they do, they call it slavery, and that made it so they couldn't do it anymore. And so the reason it got voted against was because if it got voted against, then people in prisons would have no work to do.
Just set them all free, I guess.
Well, I don't know. They just like sit there. That's what I was told. Again,
Interesting.
I read
No,
like
I
4 different things.
read
That
the
was the
same
most
thing.
confusing
Oh,
thing
wow.
on the ballot. I
Okay.
didn't
Yeah.
understand it.
Like
So-
you know when
That was very close. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
50.9% no, 59.1%.
Wow.
I gotta say,
yes.
a lot of them were the way they word things is really
well
confusing.
the other way I saw it and then it made sense to me it was like if you I'm trying to think of how to say this.
And the rest.
Like community work, like if you and so you can choose to do like a certain amount of community hours or go to like juvie or something like that would have been considered slavery. So they would have gotten rid of that too. I believe is
Yeah.
how I saw it. So
I think it was just really confusing. I don't think a lot of
Yeah.
people understood what it was because I know I didn't. But that was the best thing I heard was what you
Yeah.
said and then what I heard before
right.
as well.
So that's why.
But, yeah. Because a lot of people were saying that it got rid of slavery, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I hate slavery." But then I think it also
No.
was like it added slavery to a term to other things.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Politics. Done.
But yeah, BlizzCon was great.
How was Doctor Strange?
Spencer saw it.
Is Spencer the
It was-
only one that's seen it?
And
Yes.
still?
Spencer's the only one that's
I used
seen
my
it.
free
Goodness.
ticket. I did get chicken tenders with 2 extra strips, 2 sides of ranch, and an Italian cream soda with vanilla. Kept it going. I had to pay for it, but
You had that for lunch today, too, didn't you?
no, I had
What did
hot
you eat
wings
today?
with Brussels sprouts.
Hot wings with Brussels sprouts?
Yep.
Let's give it up for Spencer.
Hashtag
My
Spencer
goodness.
diet.
My goodness.
But Doctor Strange was really fun. I really, really liked it. It was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be. A lot more funny, and the story was good. I liked the ancient one.
And say how's Tilda?
Oh, Tilda Swinton. She was really good.
Yeah?
She kind of caught me off guard initially. I thought her
was.
character was going to be more staunch and like flat. There's a lot of character to her. All the characters were
Oh.
very well rounded.
I think
the story.
the marketing made it seem a lot more straightforward and serious. But from all the clips I had seen, or
Yeah.
from little things
Yeah.
I've seen, like there is surprising humor in it.
Oh, yeah,
like
but
if you're
there
going
was-
into a Marvel movie.
It
but-
was as funny as Ant-Man was, and I think
Oh wow, that humorous.
yeah, it wasn't like a comedy, but
Okay.
the moments they had were very well placed.
Okay.
And I really like that. They really make him see like he doesn't seem like a master of anything. He learns things very quickly, but since he's just starting out, I thought they dealt with that very well. They just show him as very gifted, just not very knowledgeable. Kind of like how Harry was in
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
But Doctor Strange was great. I don't know, I really liked the way they made the movie. Like
Yeah.
I was very impressed by it.
Oh, okay.
And I liked Civil War, but I've always kind of been a little unimpressed with Civil War just because I didn't like the setting of it. I thought it all looked very bland, and I liked a lot of the scenes within it, but it felt like a lot was going on. And I liked Ant-Man because I felt like it was very focused, and I liked Doctor Strange because it was very focused. I thought Civil War was a little unfocused, so I think I like Doctor Strange and Ant-Man more than Civil War in my opinion. But that's just obviously my own opinion.
Yeah.
Something happening?
Keep talking.
We're getting some video
But-
lag going on. Sorry about
Oh.
that, guys.
Spencer, did you see Sinister?
Yeah, the scary one.
What?
Oh, Sinister, the movie, Scott Derrickson movie, because it's
Yeah.
Scott Derrickson.
Oh no, I
Oh
didn't.
no.
It's pretty good. Scott Derrickson's a pretty
Nah.
good director. You didn't like it? Did you see Sinister 2?
Yeah.
Okay, Sinister 2 is not good. Sinister 1 is all right.
I mean, both. I don't think either are that
So
great.
you willingly watched both Sinisters.
Yeah. See, I had a lot of hype for the first Sinister, and then I saw it, and I was like, "That's not that
What
great."
about that opening shot?
Well, you can't take one element of the movie and be like,
I
"This
just
is what
did.
makes that movie great."
I just did.
I like
I like that
I
thought
like the
process.
found footage stuff, but other than that, no.
Okay.
Um,
You should see Hellraiser 5.
All right.
Scott Derrickson directed it, and it's
What?
It's really good.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson's a local Colorado director. Well, Denverite.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, and he's actually been at the Alamo. I was going to go see. I think it was Sinister. He was doing commentary over it at the Alamo, and I had tickets, and I
Was
had
he
to
there at
reimburse
the
them.
front?
Did you go there?
I didn't get to go see it. I ended up seeing it. I had to refund the
I really liked
tickets.
filming this scene.
But
Was it
as
live commentary?
classically, I had to refund the tickets, Spencer.
You would have just booed him the whole time, right?
Yeah, I would have been like, turn on some lights in the movie. I would have, if there would have been a Q&A portion, I would have asked, why do no characters in this movie turn on any lights ever? Every single scene is underlit, and it's just super dark, and I don't get it.
I was going for a real aesthetic here. I like the aesthetic of being in the dark.
He also directed Deliver Us from Evil, I think it was called, or whatever
never saw
that has Joel McHale in it.
Joel McHale's an actor.
It stars Eric Bana and somebody else, and it's like an exorcism movie. But it's also pretty dark.
I was watching some movie with with my wife that had Ethan Hawke in it. It might have been Sinister. It might have been a different one.
Ethan Hawke's in Sinister. Isn't
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's in a lot of horror
lot of
movies.
people
That was
say
kind
I
of
look
his
like Ethan
return
Hawke.
because he had been absent for a
What?
while, and then he came back with that, I think.
Yeah. And my wife's like, I cannot watch movies with this guy. He looks like he has the stinkiest feet you could imagine.
he? He really does, though. That's,
That's
a
an
good
apt
point.
description
Yes.
of Ethan Hawke. He looks like he has stinky feet.
A lot of people say I look like Ethan Hawke. I don't know why.
I can see a little bit. I mean, you're like a
The guy
really.
Like
who
I said,
doesn't
stinky
doesn't
feet.
wear shoes.
I have shoes
Who's
on today.
Ethan Hawke?
I wore shoes today because the past
Training day.
episodes I didn't, and people always complain. They're like, "Why do you wear shoes?" Because I don't fucking want to wear shoes.
You ever see Daybreakers, Jordan?
No.
He was in it.
Stinky feet and all.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was in the first Purge that we watched.
You ever see
He's generic white
the
man
worst
number one.
Purge? Have you ever seen the worst Purge? He was in
I
that
don't
one.
know. I
I
watched the
might
first
say this
Purge.
new one is the worst one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's in that one.
The second one was pretty good.
Second one's
Yeah,
the best.
I like the Purge ones. Me and my family all went to go see it as a family flick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Family
The
flick.
Purge.
Yeah, me, my mom, my dad, and my two sisters and Jordan.
It was so bad.
Could you
It was,
now?
it was a
Who
quite the family
did
experience.
anybody out of that group were any of you connecting to the storyline where the younger daughter was like, I want to sneak my boyfriend in during the Purge? Were you along with that
That was
storyline?
the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Were you talking
mean
about the first
Tony
one?
Aller?
No, you're just talking about election year.
Was it
Oh.
the first one? I'm
Man.
talking about election year, what we just saw.
I gotcha.
But Tony Aller was in the first one. He played the
Tried to sneak her
boyfriend.
boyfriend
Did you
in?
know that?
Yeah, that was
Tony Aller.
ridiculous.
Did you know that the black guy in the Purge election year is Bubba from Forrest Gump?
What? Really?
I would know if I,
I
seen
have
it.
guys
to,
know
I have to
Watched the
think
movie
back to it.
enough
I don't
even
remember
think
it.
about who that
I haven't seen
Yeah.
election year.
Well, Bubba's in it.
My God!
Shrimp tacos, shrimp,
Dead
shrimp
person,
something.
shrimp, killing
Shrimp.
that guy, shrimp,
Shrimp election year, shrimp.
Shrimp election year.
Trump,
But
shrimp.
Guys.
to round off my thing, I would highly recommend seeing Doctor Strange.
Okay. Oh, that's
We'll-
right. That's
we'll
how this whole
try.
thing started.
Yeah, that's why we're chatting about all this. Unbelievable. Doctor
Yes.
Strange. We'll try and see it, Spencer.
Oh,
So
never mind.
let's talk. What?
I was just gonna because my foot fell asleep earlier, so I was making really bad faces, and I didn't realize it until I.
Oh,
caught
that's
my
why you're making those
reflection.
faces. I was looking at you and I'm like, what did I do?
No, this leg fell asleep. So like when you slowly move it, it just tickles so bad. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
made some really. So I'm
No,
just
I know-
saying that
I know
now.
that feel.
So people don't think I'm doing it to you guys. Like my foot fell asleep. I swear, I'm not making it what you're saying.
It's from that dump
done.
you were taking.
The hot stuff. And the ladies are-
Goodness. Okay, so on that note, let's actually talk about our sponsor for today's episode. Hold up your wrists, everyone.
Everybody.
Show off these awesome things.
Our powers combined.
So there's a lot of watch brands out there, and all of them are pretty typical, pretty standard.
Get over here. Get over
I
here.
really like something that looks a lot more unique, something that makes an impact,
pass it
and
on.
that's why I like these original grain watches, because these
They're so
things
pretty.
Our grains touch.
are handcrafted with exotic hardwoods. Yeah, get a nice shot of
Look at
that
it
on the
close up.
camera. So
Wish we had
everyone can
B-roll
see.
of one of them rotating slowly on a
that
velvet
would be
cover,
awesome.
on a velvet pillow.
Rotate your wrist, Spencer.
Yeah, show it off. But yeah, they have
back a little
exotic
bit.
hardwood
Hey,
inlays.
he's got it's focused.
Yeah, that's focused
Yeah.
real pretty. Nice.
Check
that
out
looks so
that
good.
awesome watch. But as you can see, Spencer, as you can see, the exotic hardwood inlays that they have paired with the stainless steel.
They're real nice. Like really nice.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Me and Spencer both got compliments today at the bank after we were wearing them, and we walked up, and I just put mine on, and she was like, "Oh, nice watch." And then I walked away, and Spencer went up to take his turn, and sure enough, oh,
She's
nice
like, oh, I
watch.
like your
Hey.
watch.
They like both of the watches quite a bit. But yeah, every single one of these watches, there's a lot of different models and stuff, but each one, of course, since it's, with different types of wood, is unique to its style, and every single one is different. There's not two that are the same.
Yeah, you two have the
different
kind of
grain
the
patterns.
link ones. Steph and I have the leather strap ones.
Yeah.
I've been wearing mine for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I've been looking for a good watch, and I've never had a watch this nice. So
I can't remember
It's
the last
very
time
nice.
I wore a watch.
I
So
like
it
it.
is. It's nice to have a good watch like this.
So if you guys want to check these watches out, you can go to originalgrain.com/hubcast, and if you purchase a watch, you can get 15% off your entire purchase. So
Hey.
it's a pretty good deal. So once
I'd
again,
recommend it. I'm actually not a watch guy, but these are real nice.
originalgrain.com/hubcast.
And me and Jordan were in the car, and we synced our watches up to our phone and to his car.
We did a full-on super sync of all the
I just imagine you guys
Wow.
plugging in the watches, but I don't think they do that.
But anyway, so thank you very much to Original Grain for sponsoring this episode of the Hubcast.
We
Yeah.
love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, while we were at the bank, I was there. I still had a 10-pound bill from Britain.
Oh, you finally get it changed?
Yeah, so I was getting it changed out, and I was there, and I grabbed a little lollipop, and it was blue raspberry, and put it in my pocket.
Is that what was sitting on the table at lunch today?
yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
full circle.
Yep. And while I was there, a hobo walked in, got himself a little cup of coffee, specifically grabbed out 3 blue raspberry lollipops, shoved them in his pocket, went on his way.
This
Wow.
man.
Is that one of his morning stops?
This
I
man
hope so.
gamed the
It sounds like it's a
system because
routine.
I think he stops there every single morning. He walks in, he gets a cup of coffee, he walks up to the sucker bin,
Grabs
takes a few
3
out,
blue
and then he just
raspberries.
walked out the door. I didn't see him make any kind of bank transaction.
Nope. And I think he knows places all around town. He's like, okay, at 11
Spencer
a.m.,
would like to
I go to the
think.
bank. At 12 p.m., I head over to Super Target and get a sample of their eggnog, which they are handing out right now.
Are they really?
Yep.
I go to Walgreens and I get a flu shot for the second time this week, and then I
Have any of you gotten that, by the way?
no.
Nope.
I haven't either.
I haven't gotten one in a couple years now.
Neither have I, and I got the
Really?
flu
I've
horribly
never
last
gotten the
year.
flu
Oh, I
shot.
remember that.
Or that was this year, wasn't it?
That was
I
this
see,
year,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was the
multiple
worst.
people get the flu, like bing, bang, boom?
I got sick off of you, and then
Hey.
I got sick off of someone.
Yeah.
that's how I got the flu.
I was the last person to get hit. I know that.
Yeah, I got it.
Because everyone else
really
got sick, and I was like, maybe I beat it this time. And I got fucking
Is
hit.
that where you sound like?
Maybe I beat it this time.
I can't wait till you're like 90, Spencer, and
gonna be
you're
a
still
great
eating
grandpa.
Dorito sandwiches and
The
bare
most
feet.
random impersonations entertain Alex. Did you hear that jovial laugh?
I know. I love making Alex
Alex's laugh
laugh.
always makes me laugh. It's so like from the belly, like like it's.
Santa.
I love it. It is. It's it's very
Yo
happy.
ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Hey,
Is that our
yo.
next topic?
Unless I don't get super into heroin, I think I'm
Hey,
going to be a
guys.
good grandpa.
What
What's
have
going on with your hair?
what have we all been watching / playing
What
/
is up with
listening
your
to?
hair?
Well, it's like look, it's like Yeah.
You look
And it
like you
happened
just
earlier.
wrote a movie over the last 3 years, and it's finally going to production, and you realize that the studio fucked it and edited it to hell.
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. That movie was just horrible.
Last night, after I went back from Joe's because it was taking too long because it was too close to go for the election stuff, I started playing Red Dead Redemption over again. Now that's backwards
And?
compatible on the Xbox One. That game's still great.
Yeah.
It
is.
also looks very good on the Xbox One. I don't know if they updated anything because there was like a 8 gigabyte update when I went to play it.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
it's
I don't
on
know if they
Xbox One.
It's
backwards
backwards
compatible.
compatible.
You're saying that- okay.
But I think it's
Interesting.
upscaled a little bit because it looks. I mean, I'm playing it on my projector, so it's super like sharp. And
man.
Okay.
that game is. I
wanna play
played
that.
like 4 or 5 hours last night.
I want to play it on Xbox One now on my 4K.
There you go.
4K.
I was going through doing the survival challenges and the hunting marksman challenges, and I was hardly playing the actual story, but man, I could play that game.
I had to go back and
Awesome.
play that because when I started playing Skyrim, I was like, I forgot how much I fucking loved this game. And I loved Red Dead Redemption when it came out, so I need to go back and replay that too.
Yes. No. Yes.
Jordan agrees.
Yes.
I got 2
Yes,
agrees in
yes.
different
Nice.
tones.
Are we talking about games?
Slash
Yes.
Because I have a game.
What have you been playing, Steph?
I found a game. I haven't played it yet. But on
Oh.
Steam, we found a Jurassic Park game.
No, there's a Telltale game
I
that's
don't
Jurassic
think
Park.
you want
Is
to
it
play
Telltale?
that.
That's what it is.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a Telltale one. I'm really excited.
Oh, good. That was
Oh,
one of
the really
their
old one?
earlier games.
Yes, like
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's super old.
I don't like
I hear it's very bad.
Oh, well,
kinda
we'll find
accident.
out.
A lot. Like
Find out.
before the first Walking Dead episode. Even the first Walking Dead episode's tough to play at this point. It's too. It's. They just didn't learn to refine.
She's
They
also
hadn't
never
refined
played
the
them.
games.
I need to play
That's
them.
yeah. If you just start with Jurassic Park, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay.
Do you have it, Steph?
Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Did you buy it?
Did
It was
we
not
buy it?
purchased.
Oh,
Because
not
I have
purchased.
it. You can just play my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
They also have a Back to the Future game.
Yep.
Hey,
I have
okay.
Back to the Future and Law and Order Legacies of their back catalog. Those are the
Oh.
two that I have outside of the newer ones.
Also, do you know that I believe Telltale started distributing Jackbox games, all of their volumes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was their first publishing thing they did.
Ew.
So
I
what are
did
you?
not know this.
What are you playing, Spencer?
Oh, what am I
Continuing?
playing? I've been playing. I played
Slash
Skyrim
watching
a lot.
slash listening to.
Skyrim's great. I've been playing Titanfall 2. That's really, really fun. Obviously, I'm playing Overwatch like usual.
Skyrim jobs.
I do not like hearing you say
Titanfall
that.
2 is really fun though.
That smile was pretty good. I wish people could see. There you go. I was about to say. I wish people could see the smile, but that's the one dirty thing Jordan will ever say ever.
Skyrim.
Because
jobs.
like,
Hey, if you go back far enough, you can.
did
find
you even
some
know?
other
Did you
stuff.
even know?
yeah, you can. You can find it.
Do you
just
even
gotta
know
search.
that what rim jobs was when you heard it initially?
No.
Okay,
time.
because he said
At
that
the
he's
time, I heard it and I just thought like,
Sky
Did
rim
you just-
like a
jobs.
car rim job.
Did you go around saying that and people like kind of just like
Well,
slowly
no,
turn their heads?
the other day in the bullpen, Jordan said Skyrim jobs, and you went, "What did you say?" Like you were just like, "What?"
Weird. It's like,
And it's just an old
Yeah.
reference to an old playthrough that an old Machinima director made back in the day.
it just reminds me of Vacation when I was telling you guys about this, but
Yeah.
how the dad doesn't know what a rim job is, and so he's like telling his son to give him.
I need
give
to. I
his
need to see
dad a
that.
good
It's
old
like, yeah,
rim
I
job.
think
You're
it was
never
in
too
it was
young.
in one of the trailers. He's like a rim job is when you kiss, with your mouth puckered like this.
Yeah.
It's like a rim.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly,
a rim,
yeah.
and then someone was like walking out because they were
Oh,
at the
damn.
hot tub.
Yeah, they're in the hot.
like
Like,
when
the
I
dad
don't
and
walked
his
up
son.
and he's like, "Oh, you too old to let your father give you a good night rim job?"
Oh yeah, that's how it was.
And the guy just turned around and walked the other way.
Yeah, that one was actually surprisingly funny, but
Man.
and Norman's in it. But yeah,
I like
that
Ed
was funny.
Helms,
Yeah, he's funny.
and I like the original Vacation films. Well, most of them. They got kind of shitty as they went on, but still good.
Vegas is solid.
Huh?
Titanfall 2 is really great.
Is that the
though.
one with older Bud? Or older?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had like 8 different
Vegas
buds.
Vacation
They
with
had
Wayne
like
Newton.
8 that's the one I've seen the least.
You
I
want
wanna
to
go
hear
to
my
Vegas.
Wayne Newton impression?
Oh,
Okay.
I hear you're into food preservatives. What a gas, huh?
It sounds exactly like Casey Kasem.
it's because it has that. But that's Wayne Newton does sound like that. That's actually not too
I
bad.
choose my impressions wisely.
Casey
Sound like Casey
Kasem.
Kasem.
All ones that have elements of Casey Kasem.
I also
Casey,
choose my impressions very wisely. Anyone who does this and talks kind of like this is what I do.
Even if they don't do
I'm
that.
Spencer.
I'm Spencer.
Hey
and I
guys,
like
I'm
YouTube.
Spencer.
We all need to learn the Tim Curry
Otherwise
as
known
well.
as Yabasip.
But I've played Titanfall 2. I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Ooh,
Oh,
Season
yeah,
good
you
4
were.
show.
was
Yeah,
really
bunch.
good. Season 5 has rounded itself out a bit. I don't like anyone on it, though. Season 4 had, like, 4 or 5 people. I was like, I'd be okay if they won. Season 5 has 1.
Oh shoot.
And
Sometimes
the rest...
you just get a bunch of dickheads on
yeah,
there.
and
it's like,
granted, they're catty every season. Season 5 seems like they fucking... Like, they went out for their throats right away. They've dialed it up. So I'm hoping 6 kind of...
Okay.
Hopefully is
What
okay.
season are they on now? Because
I think they're on 9.
I've watched like 3 or 4 seasons, I think, of that show.
I know there's 8
And I'm behind
seasons
now,
on
so-
Hulu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that where you're watching it?
Yeah.
I...
They don't have seasons 1 through 3. I don't know why. I think that may be a different network. But
Okay.
yeah, Titanfall 2 was really fun. RuPaul's Drag Race is really fun. it's a really entertaining show.
It is a very entertaining
I
show.
don't care about drag, and I'm not a part of the gay community, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I am... But I love RuPaul, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I've followed her
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Well, they're all great characters. Everyone on the
Bread.
show.
Brayton. What?
Yeah. I just thought of the bread.
We watched Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Yes.
the live Fox one.
It was
at
good.
my
Oh,
place
was
a
that
couple
live?
weeks
It was
ago.
good.
Oh no, not
No,
live,
it
not live. I'm
wasn't.
sorry, it wasn't live. It was edited.
Remember that CG? That ain't live.
Yeah, there's some really nasty
Yeah.
explosions.
But it was good. It was,
CGI that
it
made me
was
laugh
really fun.
or go. Oh,
But it was good.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Laverne Cox did a great job.
I saw a
Bread.
trailer, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's like it's. I don't want. See, I was gonna say Rocky Horror Picture Show light, but it's. I mean, it kind of is. It's like
Yeah.
the Kids Boppy version
it's more
almost.
generally acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the same story and it's the same
Yeah.
like it's
I don't
presented the same
understand it.
way and it's all the same. It's just music wise, it's
Yeah.
not as
Good.
it's like Glee or it's like any
Exactly.
sort of overproduced.
It's not like
That's how
I'm
you
a
put it,
trend.
It's like we want this to
Yeah.
sound great and like
Trends.
tuned perfectly as
Yeah.
opposed to
Raw.
the original, which is kind of
Right.
not raw, but
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely very produced, but
Yeah.
like not it's yeah it
I
has
mean, it's
rough
more-
edges.
Yeah, when I say raw, I guess I more mean like it feels like it's coming from
Yeah, yeah,
them
no,
as
it
opposed
is.
to like a track that's been recorded.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the movie like if you compare the production of the first one to the remake, man, it's way
Like
different.
Grease
Yeah,
2?
yeah.
Yes. like
Oh,
Grease.
Grease, 2.
Grease 2.
Let's discuss Grease 2 because we all just watched that together at our apartment and it was incredible.
Let me get my pollen tube flowing. Yeah.
Put that pollen tube to work.
Yeah,
It's so bad. It's so good.
It's just like, okay, there's a bunch of really horny teenagers out in America right now. Let's give them something to watch, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
plot for the first film.
Yes.
Square girl, Australian girl, moves from Australia,
Fits into a circle
Australia,
of
Yeah, I remember that.
to a school with
In
this
America.
cool guy. Well, no, I guess she met Danny. Danny
she
at the
Australian?
beach, and then she ended up going to the same school with him.
Yeah.
and so she's
that's how
trying
fame
to
works.
she's trying to get his attention and make him
Instinct.
like her. And then by the
They
end, she
fall
changes
in
herself.
love. They both change each other.
Yeah, I
'Cause
guess.
he tries to remember he does track and basketball because
Yeah.
he wants to show her that he can do.
And then
Yeah, he can change. I
they
love
end up
Danny
together.
Zuko.
Second Grease 2. We have a square British
Hey,
guy.
hold on.
Sandy's
Hold
cousin.
on, hold on. You guys forgot the ending of Grease 1.
Oh yeah, they fly off
away
into
in a
the
car.
sky.
Oh, okay,
Alex
yeah.
brings that up.
and they fly off. And don't worry.
They fly up in a car. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that was whoever made that directorial choice was like really.
That's the
thinking
most
big that
iconic
day.
moment of the
Wait, are you
movie.
Yeah.
saying Grease Lightning flew away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grease Lightning
Wow.
flies
Remember,
away.
she's like,
I definitely didn't see the
And they
end
go
of
into
that
the
movie.
clouds.
Because they're
And then
just
it's like-
they're like waving, aren't they?
Yeah.
like
She
flying
turns
off,
in-
and they're like, whoa.
That's the best
And
part.
then, when
Yeah.
Grease 2 comes around, no one's like, hey, remember a year ago when that fucking car flew away?
It was like
No.
5 years later.
Yeah.
It was just an
Anyway, 5
allegory.
years
They were
ago.
getting high.
Yeah. So continue. Sandy's cousin.
Political
Sandy's
allegory.
cousin comes in, who's British, Now
I'm British.
he's not the. He is the square.
I
He's a
am a
square.
square.
Wait. So how is this different? Wait, I thought this was. I thought they turned it around.
Hey, the whole
Well,
thing
this-
is that Americans aren't squares,
He's
but everyone
square.
else is.
Yeah, in the first one, it was the girl that was the square. Now it's the guy that's
So
the
they
square.
just they gender bent it.
They-
Oh, before
yeah.
I thought they switched the roles for some reason when I was like
got
watching it, but
real
I
confused.
forgot. Yeah, but he puts on the I like the whole subplot of him like in the first movie she's just trying to do her thing the entire time and trying
Yeah.
to
and then
you know.
gives in at the end.
Yes.
Yes,
In
because she
this
loves-
one he's like I'm gonna be someone different.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
And she takes him differently, and then
And
it's-
he's
Yeah.
given multiple
Yeah.
opportunities to not be. I mean, to show that it
So-
is him.
He shows up
and
as a-
wants to not be him.
we're doing a horrible job explaining this movie. He shows up as a stranger.
Yes.
And is wearing a helmet, so
A
nobody.
mysterious
Or no,
cool
goggles
rider.
or a helmet.
Both.
So-
Goggles and helmet.
Who's that
And so
guy?
nobody can tell who he is.
But he went out of his way to learn how to ride a motorcycle because that's
Yeah.
the cool
Somehow.
thing.
yeah.
He shows up and he makes this huge entrance and defeats the motorcycle gang by doing some sick moves and riding on
Faces
top
gang.
of cars and then driving over a police car.
Yes.
Anyway, everyone's shocked and like, who is that guy?
And he wins the heart of Stephanie
Also,
Zanoni.
to learn the motorcycle thing that's actually happening, they show him fucking up in a field, and he's like, "I give up," and goes off. And the next scene, he knows how to ride the motorcycle.
Because he was
There's a lot of
determined to
time
win her
passed.
heart.
That's a whole school year that passed during that movie.
Yeah.
And the
It's like
most
Harry Potter.
The most
it
important
is.
discovery of all of this is
What?
what's the main character's name or the bad girl's
Oh
name?
yeah. So while we were watching this, okay, no, this is a good point to bring
Oh,
up.
God.
Do people
While
know
we
your
were
full
watching
name,
this-
Steph?
Huh?
Do people know your full name?
I think so. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
My-
in the credits for
Yeah.
Red
Okay.
whatever.
I was just checking.
My
just
full
Red Dead
name
Daylight.
is Stephanie Sarconi.
Okay, so her name's Stephanie Sarconi. When we were watching it, I at one point I was like, "So did you like?" I was just curious, and I was like, "Did you watch this a bunch as a kid or something?" Like, and then the character's name came up, and it was Stephanie, and I was like, "Oh, is it Steph? Is that why you watched it, Stephanie?" And you're like, "Oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy." Then like half an hour later in
I
the
just
movie,
forgot about it. Like I
somebody says the full name, and it's Stephanie Zado or what is it?
Zanoni.
Zanoni.
Yeah.
Stephanie Zanoni. How did you not notice as a kid that your name rhymes and is almost exactly like the main
I-
character's name?
we-
How
I
have you
just
not
never
gone as her for
thought of it.
Halloween yet?
Well, now I'm gonna. It was funny because
That means you have to go
I
as
called my
that
mom
guy.
afterwards and I brought it up to her and I was like, "Do you know that this was her full name?" And she's like, "Stephanie, do you think I ever watched that movie fully? I never made it through that thing." And I was like, "Okay."
That's hilarious.
They
So,
do drop
no
it in
one
at one
really-
point. So I think if enough viewings, if you're just not paying attention, because it's pretty far into
Well, she
the
said she
movie.
Yeah.
watched it a bunch too.
We watched it like
But
me
they
and my
probably,
sister
they
watch
probably
it all the
mentally
time.
check out at the same time.
Yeah.
So they never caught it.
they all
Yeah.
have brain farts at the
Well, we
exact
watch a
same
lot
moment.
of the musical numbers too. Like we would go to
skip
that
around.
musical number. Yeah, but I've seen that movie way too many times. Like I could quote it, sing it, but it's great. It's worth
And
the
then
watch.
Could
He
quote it,
On
but
Netflix.
can't name the characters.
And then he gets like accepted
Yeah.
at the end because he was hiding his personality all the time.
Spoilers. Spoilers, by the way.
If you haven't seen
Spoilers.
Grease too.
Spoilers.
Grease 2 spoilers. And then, the main guy that looks like a weasel accepts him in, and then they're all friends.
I'm a weasel.
And the biggest spoiler
Johnny,
of
come
all.
on and tell us, Johnny.
Ooh.
What's the secret of success?
The biggest spoiler of all was that the two leads have no chemistry whatsoever.
They hate each
Visually,
other.
they did hate each other. Yeah, there were stories that they just didn't get along on set. He was very
Which is
self-absorbed, and she,
It
I
looks
guess,
like
you know,
it, too.
whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie where I was like, those two people have nothing in common.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even look like they want to make like the kissing scene. We were yelling at the screen
yeah. Well,
they
'cause
wouldn't
Pfeiffer
land
kept
right
missing.
Well, she kept
It was
kissing
either
the
too
bottom of his
low-
lip.
Yeah.
or too high.
Because she didn't want to go all the way in. She's like, I don't like you.
What if he kept sticking his tongue down her throat? She's like, fine, fuck you, I'm kissing
This
your lip.
this take is a lip take.
This is a lip take. She probably just like, I really don't want to do this. And they're like, come on, just try. And then that was like the B-roll that they
So,
had.
if anyone's interested, Grease 2 is on Netflix.
Please see it.
Check
Grease,
it out.
Grease
Let
2
me know what
and
you
Grease
think.
Live are
It's
all on
atrocious.
American Netflix. I don't know about everybody else.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
watch
that's
it soon
right.
before it gets taken off, sadly.
Yeah,
I
everything's
don't know
getting
if it
taken
will,
off
but I have a feeling it's going to be taken off.
at some point, man.
Much like all the Food Network stuff.
I need to buy it.
Yeah. What
Oh,
a
yeah.
shame.
I heard about
Is there,
that.
Alex, I forgot to ask, is there any like good emails to go over this week? Or
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have a couple, but we
that
can
guy?
go next week if we're going a little long today.
Okay, no, I mean, I
Let's do a
think
couple
we have about
emails.
like 10 more minutes here if we want to hit up some emails.
Let's do it.
Some emails.
Thank
Okay.
goodness, because I wasn't prepared for garbage truck.
Steph's garbage truck.
Truck.
Where did he come
Why is there something on top of your garbage truck? Is that part of your garbage truck?
No,
thing, or is
that's
that something else?
separate. That's just that.
That looks like a garbage truck.
I just said that started.
Oh,
turning
It's
out.
a filler topic. By
All
the
right, you
looks of
guys,
it.
Yeah,
you guys ready?
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Chelsea from Minnesota. Which holiday are you looking forward to more, Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
I love them both so much.
I love the food.
Your dad's coming out for Christmas, so that's probably why you're.
See,
looking
generally
forward,
when it
which
comes
is
to
pretty
holidays,
awesome.
I'm like, I don't give a shit because I'm an adult and I live by myself, and I like. I'm
yeah,
not-
you kind of need someone to celebrate it with.
Well, I am going to go to my cousin's for Thanksgiving. My cousin who lives out here, she invited me to her their Thanksgiving,
nice.
so I am going to do
Really
that. So
fun.
that's going to be cool. But my dad is coming out for on Christmas Eve. Well, a couple days before Christmas Eve, so I'm going to get to spend Christmas Eve with just me and my dad. That's going to be
It's
awesome.
gonna be really
That's
cool.
gonna be really great. So
I would say Christmas. I don't know. You get more time off for Christmas.
oh, not this year.
Wait, raise your hand if you're for Christmas.
What?
Raise your hand if you're for Christmas.
I have to say though, I fucking love Thanksgiving.
I really
Thanksgiving's
like
great too,
Thanksgiving
but-
a lot. It's just a great time. It's
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Good food.
And
Pumpkin
Black
pie.
Friday's right after. It's just
Yes.
a whole
But
hubbub.
Christmas, you get Christmas music,
and then right after it, you get
decorations.
Christmas stuff. So
I'm
like
good with
Halloween
Christmas
week.
music for like
Yeah.
a week, and then I only like Louis Armstrong doing Christmas music.
Oh, I already started
Hey,
listening to Christmas
how dare you
music.
say
I'm
that.
sorry.
What would that
How
sound
dare I
like?
say
Jordan-
it when they
I love
overplay
it.
music for 3 months before it happens?
Jordan takes his Christmas music very seriously.
We've already
now,
started listening to it.
Yeah, really?
I've been listening
No,
to it. Baby,
see,
It's Cold Outside has
listen
been on
to
my
it
playlist.
once,
When it
like,
comes
a
around
week
December,
ago.
Jordan will
I
tune
personally
his
listen
car
to it.
radio to Christmas music only.
You know what's funny about that is
Yeah.
Jordan really only listens to dubstep and like electronic
I
type
like
stuff.
that-
And Irish folk
That
music,
is true.
though.
But
And Christmas
all
music.
all he sings during Christmas is because he's only listening to Christmas music is all that stuff.
Oh, the
Baby,
weather
it's cold
outside is
outside.
frightful, and the fire is so delightful.
And
Since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Damn, we should go
Oh, I'd
caroling
like
this
to
year.
go home.
for Christmas.
We should do a creature carol.
Oh, baby, it's
I
cold
totally
outside.
would be down to
Oh,
just
baby,
go
it's
around and
cold
carol people's
outside.
places if you want
Atrocious.
to.
Christmas. Christmas.
Oh, baby, it's
Okay,
cold
next question.
outside.
All right.
And we also just confirmed that we will be caroling. So, yes.
Can we do a rap
Hashtag
version?
Creature
Oh,
caroling.
baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, yeah.
I drugged your drink. Now you can't go home.
Deal with it.
Seriously, that is that song, though. I think about that every time. I'm like, what's in this drink?
I'm watching Elf and I'm like, oh.
Oh, God, what do you put in
You
your
mean
drink?
are you guys talking about the rape aspects?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
It's been around for a while.
And then she's like, randomly, can I have a comb? It's like, oh, God, she's already feeling it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Enough of Christmas.
Can I have a comb, please?
You guys should go caroling on Colfax.
Yeah,
Okay.
caroling.
Hey
with
guys,
the-
I'm Cole from Tennessee.
Hi,
My
Cole.
question is for Jordan.
Oh.
Ooh.
Will
Spicy.
you be playing through Cyberpunk 2077 when it comes out?
Of course I will.
I am
Better-
going to as well. I've never
better
played the Witcher
darn
games.
sure.
Jordan's gonna jizz all over any CD Projekt Red game.
Well,
Because
it's
CD
about.
Projekt Red has shown themselves to be the best developer I have ever laid eyes upon.
Why
It's
is
like
that?
me and Rocksteady.
Because they have
Rocksteady
developed a progressively better franchise that has gotten to the pinnacle of game development.
You know why Blizzard's the best developers out there?
There's no other RPG / game out there that can touch The Witcher 3.
You know what's so great about Blizzard? Is they picked everything up that Valve fucked up and made it better.
Dan, what's your disagreement on that? Have you
I
played
hear a
The
lot of,
Witcher 3?
Yeah,
I
mean,
played
it's-
some of it.
Do you realize the depth and the incredibleness and balance of every single portion of that game creates the perfect game?
You know what I hear from that? Snooze.
All right,
can-
Jordan's
so can
playing
you-
it. Next email.
So can
Yeah.
you can you get on like any horse in The Witcher and start riding it around?
Yeah.
So do you think you'll be able to get into a flying car
I
and ride it around?
better darn sure hope so.
I really wish they would add that feature.
I hope
You
it
know,
neighs.
I've never played
But
any
Cyberpunk
Witcher
one,
game.
yeah.
Or
I've never
wins.
played any Witcher game, but I am so excited for Cyberpunk. I think it's going to be so.
It's
good.
going to be fantastic. Because you know what happens when you got an indie developer that makes it successful? They're going to continue to be successful.
What, like No Man's Sky?
I think he
That's
started
a
that and didn't
published-
realize
that's
where
a
that was.
published
At least
company.
he finished the thought.
yeah, but there's
this
an
time.
indie developer.
I know, but they're
You said
they're-
developer.
Yeah, I know, but they're
You said developer.
strained and
Next
latched by
email.
PlayStation and Sony.
Any questions for me, Alex?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Will you be playing-
I wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but this is a question for the production side
Cool.
of everything.
Ooh, nice.
So this is from Ben. This is an old email. He sent this a while ago, but I held on to it. Ben D.
Ben Diesel.
like
Ben
Ben,
Bendy
with a
Benderson?
D
He
period?
goes by, well, look at Zat on the Reddit. And
Well,
Oh,
look at
I've
that.
seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah,
Okay.
You will look at that.
he's an awesome guy.
Okay.
Hey there, guys. I'm Ben. I want
Hi,
to
Ben.
go into screenwriting and playwriting and directing. Your
Awesome.
shorts are a big inspiration to me.
Aw.
I always love watching them and seeing the effort put into them. I was wondering if you could go into how your process of writing shorts for your channel worked, and if you have any advice for people like me who want to go into that line of work. I love you guys. Stay chill.
Stay
Take it
chill.
away.
Stay chill. For writing, I mean, I have to go in with a scenario. Usually, I like to go in with an idea of what I'm doing, and then I usually just play it out in my head. If I'm writing dialogue with characters, I have an end goal, and I just write it. Like, it's kind of, I can't really get super specific with it or super scientific about it, but yeah, I just sit down with a good idea, or even if I don't have much of an idea, I'll sit down and just start writing. If you just start writing, you'll eventually get into some sort of flow, whether everything you've written at that point is garbage anyway. And I've done that plenty of times where I've written like a page or two and then I just delete it all and then go back. So just kind of keep reworking, refining, and seeing what you like when it comes out.
The way I write both songs and shorts, like for when I did The Martians or when I write songs in general, is typically I hate what I write first, and I just write it.
Yeah.
And then I go back through and I spend like the next 2 to 3 weeks rewriting it, and then I delete the things I don't like, and slowly it becomes something I really do like.
Yeah.
And sometimes it turns really good, sometimes it doesn't, and I keep the things that turn out good.
There you
It's
go.
very trial and error.
Yeah, I mean, multiple drafts is a thing you're probably going to run it, have to work on and going through it. I sometimes, I have different styles of editing and writing where I'll write it all at once and then go through and tweak, or I'll write very slowly and tweak as I go and be very deliberate about how I structure it. But it's kind of what you're feeling and what you're doing.
Do you guys outline a lot, or just go straight into a screenplay?
I like outlining. When it's ever come to shorts, I guess the thing that I have most experience in actually writing was the unproduced season of Trapville that we did. I wrote 7 episodes, and most of them were probably 10 to 20 pages each. And
It's a feature film.
yeah,
It's a zaddy feature film.
that one I just wanted to know where I was going with stuff, or I wanted a general, very light outline of each episode, and then I would just go through and write it and kind of write what scenes came to my mind or what I thought would be most interesting to see. So that's kind of how I did. So outlining was very important in
Man,
that
the
case.
twists we had.
We had some twists.
The twists we had.
I had like 4 seasons of that show
Twisted.
in my brain already. It's still there. None of it's written, but man, I had the
Could be.
one day, maybe something. Who knows? Trapville. I love it, but I miss it.
Okay, last question.
That was going to be the last one, but I'll find another.
Oh,
All right, last one, Alex.
last one, Alex. We're sitting here waiting for the last one.
Let's sing
I like your
Grease
hair.
2 while we wait. Dan,
By
take
the way,
it away.
have you guys
You
listened?
know another?
Have you guys listened to Lady Gaga's new album?
Nope.
No, but I
Really
heard her
good.
new song on
Ba, ra, 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 ra.
that commercial,
Shama,
and they were
Shama,
previewing it.
Oh, la,
Applause?
la, la, la.
No, it's
Oh,
her
Bad
new one.
Romance.
I can't remember what it was.
Here's something.
Can't remember.
This is kind of a basic question. but,
Okay.
It would be good to answer this. Hey guys, my name is Tyler Christensen from the Chicago area.
Hi, Tyler.
Tyler.
From the Chicago
I know
area.
Tyler. She
Yep.
wrote an amazing letter once.
She's awesome. I was just wondering if your P.O. box was still open. I'd love to send you guys some stuff. Love the new Hubcast. Keep up the great work.
I think we just closed it down because we're shifting locations.
Yeah.
I think I had Joe go and empty it out, and we were moving. So
We'll have another one
It
up at
is
some point,
not
though.
at the
yes,
moment.
so we'll let you guys know.
You guys want another
But thank you for wanting to send something.
That
That's
was a
super
pretty
sweet.
quick one.
If you
wanna
have
do one
something that
more.
you really want to send, you can always DM me or someone else, and if it's like really crazy, then we can work something out. But as for now, in the meantime, we don't have a place for people to send everything to, so that's how it is for now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex?
Man, Jordan, you have a
He's
map
going through the
big
emails.
head. Because that hat
Keep
looks
on
big
talking.
on Spencer.
Roma.
Sorry.
He has very long.
Bad,
He has a long head. I have like
we
a
can-
wide
we can-
head.
yeah,
wrap it
this
up.
looks so.
I
Yeah,
got
we're
the
gonna
hiccups
wrap it up.
again.
We're going to wrap it up while Dan suffers with some
Very good.
hiccups. So thank you so
Sorry,
much
Wendy
for
on the
joining
mic.
us for this episode of Hubcast. It
I'm
has
gonna
been
go home and make some cupcakes.
wonderful. Oh man, a cupcake
And a cup of Earl Grey tea.
And thank you again to Original Grain for sponsoring this episode
Yes.
of the Hubcast.
Yes,
and
thank you.
sending us
These
these
are
awesome
really good watches.
So definitely go check them out. originalgrain.com/Hubcast. Remember, 15% off your entire order. It's pretty awesome. So thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you next week.
Bye. Thank you. See ya later.